Hi, I'm Maya, author of Fit and Fabulous and the creator of the 3X Fit 90-Day Transformation from MayaMFitness.com. And in this video, you'll learn 8 weight loss myths that might be holding you back. As an NPC athlete and a fitness professional, I've helped many women lose weight and maintain a healthy lifestyle. It may not be what you think it is that's stalling your weight loss. Be sure to stick around to the end of this video for your free gift. Now let's get into it. Myth number 1, thin equals healthy. Many of us covet, worship, aspire, envy, and want to be thin. Slender bodies appeal, entice, and torture us mentally. We think of thin people as perfect and absolute picture of health. But is this true? We idolize a fitness guru with the perfect shaped body and long to look like her, unaware when the cameras go off, she's battling her own health issues and you'd never even know about it. In my case, I'm thin and healthy, but somehow I still developed acid reflux. It's a digestive disorder that can cause cancer. Having your throat burn is not fun. So for me, I had to take a deeper look into my nutrition. Now I'm a vegan and I'm totally cured of that disorder. But that's a whole nother topic and video. If you want to know more about that, drop me a comment below. It's not uncommon to learn that a thin, seemingly fit person died of a heart attack or stroke seemingly out of nowhere. No one saw it coming because they were thin, and yet many lean people have a condition called metabolic syndrome, a precursor to heart disease, diabetes, cancer, etc. Metabolic syndrome is a cluster of markers: high blood pressure, abnormally high cholesterol, stomach fat, hormonal imbalances, etc. that make a person more likely to experience a cardiovascular or metabolic disease. It doesn't always have to look the way we think it should look. It's all about what's going on below the surface. Despite being lean, visceral fat around the organ, particularly the liver, can accumulate as a result of poor nutritional practices. This fat may not be visible, but it still takes a toll. And of course, you can still be thin and toxic, thin and malnourished, thin and hormonally imbalanced, thin and just plain sick. So while being thin is often inherently desirable, it doesn't necessarily mean healthy and should not be used as a standard to measure health. Myth number 2, 1 calorie equals 1 calorie. While numerically that might be true, all calories are not created equal and do not have the same impact on health and weight. We process fats differently than proteins, which are processed differently than carbohydrates. Then factor in the complexities like chemicals and additives. It's a new game entirely. There's a lot of systems out there for sale that will help you count calories and tell you that you can eat whatever you want as long as you come under the calorie limit. Sounds simple, right? 1 pound of body fat equals 3,500 calories. So a calorie deficit of 500 calories a day should mean you lose 1 pound a week, right? Wrong. This model fails to take into account too many variables. Whole foods speak our language, where processed, refined foods confuse our genes and promote weight gain or slow weight loss. The types of calories in many ways can matter more than the quantity we consume. Rather than looking for how many bites we can take and still stay under our calories, a model that often leads us to seek empty calories, we should be looking for nutrition-dense foods that fill our nutrition and fuel requirements in fewer bites, leaving us satiated and nourished. In fact, if you adopt this as your philosophy, you can often stop calorie counting altogether. Myth number 3, you can starve yourself skinny if you just have the willpower. If I can just eat less for so long, if I can just resist all this food for a little longer, if I can just give this or that up, if I can just work out more and eat less, whatever it is, you're telling yourself, if you're not in harmony with your body, you can't power through to your weight loss goals. You can't sustain unsustainable habits. This is why you can't maintain your weight loss on a fad diet. Willpower never trumps biology. Eating less and exercising more does not necessarily equal weight loss. I'm sure many of you have experienced this for yourself. You must take into consideration variables like food choices, hormones, activating the stress response that halts fat burning, and skipping meals can cause overeating later on. This model puts the blame on the individual, but again, there's not enough willpower to override your biology. The calories in equals the calories out fails to take into account the variables, which can lead the brain to perceive a threat of starvation, and the limbic system goes into fight or flight mode. Stress response controls feeding behavior. Hunger signals increase, and even if you manage to will yourself through that, your body puts a lockdown on fat stores, slows your metabolism down, raises cortisol and insulin to ensure everything you do gets stored away. Whatever strategy you adapt, it has to honor your body, align with your system to work for you and not against you. You cannot conquer your body by depriving it or driving it too hard. If you're finding value in this video about weight loss myths, make sure you watch my next video. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any future content. Myth number 4, fat makes you fat. Villainizing fat has led to a host of health issues as people have cut fat from their diets and only become more overweight and chronically sick. It is essential to get good fats in your diet. Some of the roles and benefits of healthy fats are satiating, prevents overeating, and it's flavorful. Anti-inflammatory, boosts metabolism, turns on the fat-burning genes, increases insulin sensitivity, builds protective membranes, essential for healthy brain health, and produces necessary hormones. There are high-fat diets like keto that can work wonders for your weight loss. However, you have to know what you're doing. In general, if you're not on a keto diet, the key to consuming fat while reaping the rewards is to focus on healthy fats while eliminating harmful ones from your diet. Myth number 5, it's in my genes, it's my destiny. With regards to weight, genes do determine certain things like where we most hold our weight, energy expenditure, fullness and appetite, and even a predisposition for obesity. But our genes are not set in stone. They often act more like a switchboard, with their expressions being switched on and off depending on several factors. Epigenetics determines which genes are expressed when. Epigenetics is the study of what affects gene expression, environment, action, or even our thoughts can influence how enzymes attach to proteins and turn genes on and off. So those genetics in the family that doomed you to being heavyset or predisposed to diabetes or other metabolic conditions could be more the influence of family culture and learned behaviors that are stopping your weight loss. Nutrigenics is specifically the study of how nutrition affects genetics, especially where disease and obedience is concerned. Again, whole foods speak our language of our genes. Learning what foods serve your body, balance your imbalances, cool your inflammation, optimize your metabolism, and otherwise promote health will help you turn away any genetic predisposition you have towards weight gain and disease. Myth number 6, the protector big brother myth. We may mistakenly think that if we read labels and listen to the news and take recommendations, we will be taken care of. And yet, doesn't it seem like labels change, recommendations contradict, and the news can't make up its mind? The truth is, you need to watch out for your own health, because government policy is largely funded by corporate interests. Medical professionals are largely educated by pharmaceutical companies. Studies are often biased and favor those who funded them, and public opinion is swayed by corporate dollars. There is a long and painful history to illustrate each of these concepts. The FDA is painfully inadequate to police food quality, and most food chemicals are innocent until proven guilty. Government recommendations, RDA, are really just bare minimum requirements to prevent disease. You need to step up and be your own advocate. You need to seek out knowledge and discern motives and biases, and second guess facts that don't quite make sense. You need to be your own protector. Myth number 7, play by the numbers. Do you live or die by the scale? Are you one of those who step on the scale daily, even several times a day? Do you have a specific magical number in your mind that you are absolutely set on achieving? Focusing on numbers gives you tunnel vision, an incomplete picture that doesn't account for real healing and progress. Do you have a goal to lose X number of pounds in X days and nothing less will do? Have you ever seen someone fixated on a number and if they don't hit it, their entire attitude and demeanor changes, and they become depressed, rapid weight loss is not safe, sustainable, or normal. Weight fluctuates even daily from 1 hour to the next. Numbers that work for one person work differently for another. Trying to weigh what you did in a different stage of your life or seeking to weigh the same or less than someone else isn't always healthy or even feasible. Be flexible with the numbers. Be willing to change your goals, accept a winding path rather than a straight line, and be patient with your weight loss journey. Abandoning a plan that isn't working according to the numbers can shortchange you and derail the progress. Myth number 8, body acceptance. This is just how I am. I am totally anti-body shaming, but body acceptance to a degree is not true either. It doesn't seem right to accept your body as is if it's unhealthy, to resign to the state you're in. You should challenge your body and push it to improve. You should strive to heal and excel. You should set forward moving goals and embrace change. So rather than body acceptance, maybe it would be more accurate to say body appreciation. You need to build a positive relationship with your physical self now. Start by listing what you can do. Tell yourself you're beautiful. Thank yourself for what you have. It doesn't mean you have to accept the aches and pains, or the excess weight, the acid reflux, or the terrible sleep. You don't have to accept it, but you do need to accept that this body that you're in is your transportation for life, your temple, and thank it for embarking on the journey with you. Listen to your body. Understand the messages that it's giving you. Honor it, love it, and thank it for embarking on the journey with you. For more information on how to bring your waistline down and be the best version of yourself, click the Fit and Fabulous link below. And if you're looking for a coach and accountability, click the coaching link in the description box. If you found value in this video, please give it a thumbs up and hit the bell icon. Drop me a comment below and let me know which myth you'll be getting rid of today. Be sure to watch the next video and download your free weight loss guide. Until next time.